Thank you very much for the question, Sandeep, and it's a very pertinent one because I think our whole understanding of money and sustainability has changed a lot, and it's heading in the right direction more recently, is what I would say. But before I answer that, I want us to sort of rethink. When we say investment, what is it that exactly we're looking at? We're not only looking at investments in the water space. For example, we have the Jal Jeevan scheme, which is about 3.6 trillion rupees. We've seen, in fact, from VCs, a consistent $150 to $2 million a year on year for the last 3 years has been invested only in the water space, not even the entire green industry, just in the water space, right? Now add to this investments in sectors such as cloud computing, investments in the silicon industry, and all of these are kind of driving sustainable innovation as well, right? So really what we're seeing as an outcome is a compounded effect of all of these investments. And we're seeing the outcome in green industries, right? Having said that, I'm going to answer this as an operations person because that's what I've lived and breathed for last almost 20 years. So the underlying thread for me is data, right? We've always used data, but now there is a difference. Not only do we have data, we now have data at our fingertips. We have real-time data at our fingertips, and we are making leaps and bounds towards analytics at our fingertips, and towards some of these easier decisions just being automated so that we're able to focus on solving more complex issues, right? There is another very important thread that underlies sustainability and profitability. One of the key cornerstones of profitability, I believe, having run a business for so long, is definitely the reduction of waste, right? And reduction of waste is definitely the key cornerstone of sustainability as well. For example, are we using too much of a resource? Are we using the right kind of resource for the work that we're doing? Are we using the most efficient materials, right? These are all the questions that data will answer, and this in turn is then fueling innovations, right? So today, more and more companies have realized that in a world where sustainable practices and green infrastructure it's a major driver for their profitability today, right? And this effect is only going to become more and more pronounced, unlike before where we were making greener choices and it cost us money. Today we are towards where profitable, if you want to be profitable, you do have to make greener choices, you do have to make more sustainable choices, right? And we've seen this in our clients as well, right? In the water management system, we have factories save 45%. They reduce 45% of their water usage, and industries are a major consumer of these resources, and that in turn, has had really good effects on their bottom line. We have commercial clients, the office buildings and the malls and all of that, and they have things like BRSR reporting, where the onus is now on those people to say, I am using resources efficiently, responsibly, and once they start seeing this data, they start making decisions where there's fewer resources being used, they're being used more efficiently, which means profits again for them, right? And we've seen it reach all the way to a person's house, right? Even a resident. Some of these communities, we're seeing anywhere from 30% to 50% reduction in the water that they're purchasing. Again, it's money, right? Again, not only just the water bills, they're saving on electricity pumping, etc. And so really being sustainable more and more is just, it means being profitable.